Before we get started with today's video, I definitely have to give a thank you to our sponsor, Her Lash Brand. We love quality service and an aesthetically pleasing ambiance. I'm super excited to introduce you to Her Lash Brand. Y'all, finding a good lash tech in Tampa is like finding a needle in a haystack, but I think I found her. Her name is Dominique. She's the owner of Her Lash Brand. This was my before, skin looking real rough, but she got me all nice and taped up, and this was the after. It is so hard finding a lash tech that can master the short but voluminous but wispy look, and she did just that for your girl. Make sure you guys go through and tap in with her.
Today I actually hit 6 figures for the first time. And my parents were like, isn't it a little too much for you? Like, da-da-da-da-da. So I think like just kind of like growing out of who you used to be and finding
Let's get started, right? Let's just get into it. All right, so welcome everyone to Bring Yourself to 6 Figures and Beyond. Today, you guys are going to be learning all about how to build a personal brand that you can use in order to leverage your business. And ultimately, guess what we want to do is get to the bag. So super excited for today. We are going to go ahead and just do some quick introductions. I know everybody doesn't like introducing themselves, but listen, when you are trying to build a personal brand, guess what the number one thing you have to do? Put yourself out there. So let's get into it.
I just started my master's program Monday in exercise science. I'm a family grad. Class of 2016, hey girls.
I'm Ebony. I am from Tampa. What do? I am a deputy sheriff. I'm a real estate agent and also do Airbnb. What I hope to do, I mean, I'm kind of already doing it. I'm kind of happy. I kind of merged both my careers.
I'm Troyia Monay. I'm a content creator, business coach, and also a e-commerce business owner as well. So my whole passion is to teach women how to launch, grow, and scale their businesses without having to make it difficult. Be here, right? Like when I first started my journey, I graduated from FAMU with my Bachelor's of Science in Public Relations. I thought I was gonna be a publicist. That was my goal. I thought I was gonna work for Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and be their publicist because I was interning for someone who was already in hip hop PR. So I really thought that was my passion. I really want you to imagine yourself getting up and walking into your living room. What does it look like? Imagine yourself walking into your at-home office. What do you see? What's on the walls? Is there a picture of you and your team and all the people that you've impacted along the way? Are there pictures throughout the development of your business?
I want to have at least 6 figures in every month in passive income. So I would like to scale my YouTube channel. I also actually want to get into rental properties. So I'm actually
screen. Sometimes when I like sit down and I'm thinking about things, I find myself like giving
room, overseeing water is very much giving looks. It was black. The inside, my decor was gray.
Anything that I do, because I'm very adventurous and I'm very impulsive. It's good. It's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. And my mom is like, girl, like what is wrong with you? Because like, what was it, like a month ago? The next day, it was Sunday night, and I was like, I really don't want to work from home this tomorrow. I really don't. So I booked a ticket to go to Miami, and I just left. And my mom was like, so you're gonna go to Miami by yourself? Have you not heard about all the trafficking and this and that? And I'm like, girl, relax, like relax. And it was so good for me to do it.
You have that fear of failure. It translates into every other aspect of your life. Lack of motivation, discipline, inspiration, consistency. So the fear of failure is the top thing for me.
Excuses, I'm kind of just playing it as a game in my head. It's me against the excuse. Which one gonna win? Right? Like, do you want the excuse to win over you getting money, getting to the bag, building your brand more, or are you gonna let the excuse continue to win? Which one? Because I have friends for different things, right? I have friends that I can go to church with. I got friends that I can go to shopping with in the mall with. I got friends that I can go to the club with and go to brunch with, right? And the group of friends that I can go to brunch with and go to the club with and go hang out all night was the friends that worked me the most during my personal development journey. Because every day, let's go to 7th and Grove. let's go here, let's go there. And I'm like, girl, no, I got work to do, right? So I had to discipline myself. There'll be times where a lot of my family members would have birthday parties. I couldn't go because I was working. I can't go to brunch every day, right? I disciplined myself in that matter because, to be honest, what are we celebrating? You go to brunch every day. What are you celebrating? Is you celebrating the fact that you made 6 figures? That's something to celebrate. Or are you celebrating the fact that all week you made excuses? That's nothing to celebrate. So why are you going out and partying and having fun, which is nothing wrong with it, but make sure that that's the reward. To me, going out having fun, like that's the reward. That's something that I can do to reward myself for whatever it is that I accomplished.
Watch my YouTube channel and literally like tell me their testimonials. Like, you helped me so much for free by like teaching me this and that, and I was able to like get my first property, get my first sale, whatever. So I want people to literally give me like their testimonial of how it helped them, because I don't want to charge anyone for that.
Things for free and not charging people. Like when I first started, I was coaching for free for a very long time. Until my mama was like, girl, you ain't come, this is when I was living with her, you ain't coming downstairs to eat dinner? I was like, no, I'm on a call. She was like, are you charging these people? I was like, no. She was like, why aren't you charging people? And I was like, oh yeah, you're right, I probably should charge them. Right? Like doing work for free is like gonna be one of the shortcuts, because
breaking generational curses in my journey. My personality, I am a little shy, but once you get to know me, that breakthrough, I am a good person here.
Is like, how did I tie this into whatever it is that I'm trying to do? And that ultimately is probably why a lot of you guys are here today, is how do I tie in this personal brand that I'm trying to create within the business that I'm trying to create? So I'm gonna read off my fancy little slide here. So when you're, right, so you wanna think about it that way too. So tying in your business with your personal brand, what you really want to make sure you do is just do around 5 sub questions. I'm gonna give you guys examples of this in just a second. So now after you've done step 1 and step 2, you now have 100 pieces of content that you can create.
In motherhood, for content, we did cooking videos, household products, days with the kids, like where she's running errands, maybe taking them.
Days like massage, nails, pedicure. Also, because she's a dog mom, she can do dog walks to the dog park with her dog playing. And then we kind of got stuck. Ran
out and try to do the same exact activity with just yourself in order to figure out how you're able to kind of fill in the blank with the same project just on yourself as a personal brand. So now we're gonna do some hot seats, and basically this is just Q&A. So if y'all have any questions for me as it relates to entrepreneurship, e-commerce, content creation, influencing, anything along those lines, feel free to let me know and I can answer y'all's question for you. While y'all are thinking of questions, maybe I'm gonna pass out these certificates, and what these certificates are isn't me giving you a certificate, it's you giving yourself a certificate. So this is what I want you guys to understand about this activity, is like sometimes like within life and sometimes within especially entrepreneurship, like you want hand claps, to be honest. Like we want people to celebrate us, we want people to, you know, acknowledge us, but you can't first expect someone to acknowledge you without you acknowledging yourself. So I want you to write on here, this is a certificate of recognition to yourself. What do you want to recognize yourself for doing? Things that you're already done, like an award, like Ebony closed on a house. So this is your certificate to yourself for closing and doing all the great things, or anything else that you want to, you know, recognize yourself for doing. And that's what the picture frames are for. So I am like all for coaching. I'm all for attending events. I'm all for education. So even though like I knew a lot about business because, you know, I had a degree in PR and marketing, so I knew about certain things. So I talked about the things that I know for a fact that I was comfortable in, but I made myself look like an expert. So I didn't come on the camera and I wasn't shy and I wasn't timid. Like I was like, hey y'all, hey, it's Troyia Monay. Right now we're gonna talk about marketing, we're gonna talk about branding. These are 5 tips. Like I was very confident in myself, even though I didn't know that much. Yeah. And then as I educated myself more, I got more confident. So I already was confident, right, and I didn't know that much. Yeah. So it only got better after that. So I would say like really just put yourself out there more and just be confident in whatever it is that you're saying, and people will give you that authority and credibility because you're just confident. But if you stay towards the end, that's when I'm going to give you the real thing, the real deal as to how I was able to build my confidence. So that builds up that, what is it called? FOMO, fear missing out, because they're going to want to watch the whole entire thing. They're not going to want to miss out on whatever it is that you're trying to say. So you could do something like that. Another thing that you can do to just keep their attention is talk about things that are relevant today, but you know it's not going to die tomorrow. So
I feel like there's such thing as posting too much or too little. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, is it too much to post like 3 times a week? Or, you know, like you have to go.
Girl, no. Fashion Nova posts, I counted before. Fashion Nova posts 35 times a day. And they send 6 emails a day and 3 text messages. I've counted before.
You know, that's impressive. Post and stuff, like there's quantity and quality. So like people say just post something every day, but like I feel like I'd rather post less often with higher quality stuff than like every day with like half-ass stuff, like if you will.
You're right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like one thing that I teach a lot is like every piece of content needs to have some type of goal. So if you're just posting, and I know all of us have been there, I've been there too. We in the Walmart line and the Target line. Oh, I forgot to post today. Let me find something to post, and you're just trying to post something real quick just to get a post out. But honestly, like sometimes that's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you because you're moving your audience further and further away from you because it's not quality, it wasn't thought out, and it's not doing anything for them.
Call to action. I know that you said that. So what else would you say that you need to make sure that you're adding to your content?
Yes, every piece of content does need to have a call to action. I would say making sure that I would say just really make sure that it tells some type of story. Like storytelling is so important, and that's gonna be one thing that's gonna keep you around for a long time is like storytelling. And you don't have to tell your business to storytell. So I would say that. And then definitely another thing I would call out is just keywords that you know your audience is gonna look for. So like if you're like loungewear, like they want to hear plush, they want to hear cozy, they want to hear comfortable. Like those are keywords that you can do. And you can even use Answer the Public to find keywords for your brand too. And that'll also help you with hashtags.